So the patient's head is attached to almost like a GPS tracking system, which is this, attached to that machine there. So I'm almost at the front there.
At the Prince of Wales Hospital in Sydney, a man's life is in the balance as neurosurgeon Dr. Rafe Mobbs reaches a critical stage of 15-hour surgery.
This is high-risk surgery, there's no doubt about it. We're operating at the top of the spinal cord and the brainstem. There are large blood vessels that feed the brain, and all of those structures are immediately adjacent to where we're operating.
It's the first time in the world this operation has been attempted.
The surgery that we're doing today is a particularly complicated and long and difficult surgery. It involves exposure at the top of the neck, where the neck and the head meets, and it's essentially disattaching the patient's head from his neck and taking the tumour out and reattaching his head back under his neck.
The patient, Dragi Josefsky, has a rare and particularly nasty type of spinal cancer called chordoma. The X-rays show Dragi's tumour is in a very dangerous position and is constricting his top two vertebrae.
Without surgery and without treatment of this type of tumour, the outlook for this patient would be particularly nasty and a particularly horrific way of dying. There's no two ways about it. He would gradually lose function of his arms and legs, gradually lose function of his capacity to breathe, eat. Let's not take it too far further than that. It's not a pleasant death at all.
Dr. Mobbs custom designed this operation and used computer models to plan it out well before arriving in theatre. Surgeons have to enter through the patient's mouth, remove the tumour as well as the top two vertebrae and replace them with a titanium 3D printed body part.
So this is the front of the neck where the tumour is being resected from, and this is the space that we'll have at the completion of the tumour resection. As you can see, it's a large gap, but we've pre-planned the prosthesis to fit perfectly in place, like a glove, and that will form the stability for where the neck and the head meet so that his head won't fall off.
Anatomics manufactures surgical implants from a range of materials, and they include acrylic, titanium, and more recently porous polyethylene.
The three-dimensional body part was designed by a Victorian company called Anatomics. This new range of products are allowing surgeons to consider a whole new suite of operations that were once unthinkable. How important do you think 3D printed body parts are to the future of medicine?
Oh, huge, massive. I mean, 3D printing of body parts is the next phase of individualised healthcare. To restore bones, joints, organs with this type of technology really is super exciting. And Australia is supposed to be the smart country. Well, here is our opportunity to really take it out there and to keep pushing the boundaries on the whole 3D printed body part business.
It's only now 2 months after the 15-hour surgery that Dr. Rafe Mobbs is about to deliver the news on whether the tumour was successfully removed and replaced by the 3D printed body part.
I must say that it was a delight to put in, because after spending 15 hours taking out a very complicated tumour, it was beautiful just to slot in the implant and to have it fit so nicely and to be able to reconstruct the space left by the tumour. The surgery went really, really well.
Dragi has unexpectedly good movement in his neck and it appears the tumour has been removed. But there was a complication. Dragi's having trouble eating and speaking, and that's expected to take some months to heal.
The complications that you've currently got are all related to the fact that we've gone through your mouth and we've stretched your mouth open for many, many hours, and the complications are related to the fact that there's been a prolonged exposure through your mouth.
Every day he gets better and better. I think his speech is improving. I know that there's a long way to go with that.
Dragi's daughter Tanya and his wife Leela helped translate during his interview with 7:30, reliving the longest day of their lives.
It was just really hard for Dad, knowing that that's what he had to go through, and not knowing what the outcome would be. As he said, we didn't know if he could die in the operation. We didn't know what kind of complications could happen. I mean, the doctors explained it, but you never really know.
I have some gift for you.
Yep. Oh, wow.
You save life to my husband.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You make it amazing job.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much.
He's just excited to be around for my wedding and to grandkids, to see his grandkids grow up and just be in our life. That's why he did the operation.